Howdy, hi. It is Do Your Job Sports MLB Rundown Picks and Predictions for Thursday, April 24th, 2025. We are looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first, we're going to recap the previous day's results. On the day currently, we are 2-3 with two bets still left ongoing, bringing our season record to 107 and 103. We had a few adjustments to yesterday's daily total and season total, seeing as though I messed up the Cubs game. So I apologize for that. No more going early crow. If we still have baseball games going on, I will simply put them in the still going on section. So I'm going to recap these games real quick. Then we'll get on to the picks for tomorrow. Game number 1, we took the Nationals plus 120 on the money line, as the Orioles are still horrible at baseball. That being said, I am backing them tomorrow. So we'll see how that one goes. Nationals win the game 4-3. They took a real early lead, 3-0. James Wood goes yard, and then Josh Bell hits a 2-run dinger, scoring at Kyber Ruiz. Then basically nothing happened for the next 5 innings, as the score going into the top of the 7th was 3-1. The Orioles managed to tie it up, and then in the bottom of the 8th inning, the Nationals score on a Luis Garcia sac fly, scoring Alex Call. The Orioles moved to 9-14, Nationals 11-13. The Orioles are very bad. They out-hit the Nationals 10-6, but they're not able to win the game. That's basically the story of their season. We then had the over 8.5 runs in the Mariners and Red Sox. When the Mariners hit the road, they can actually hit the baseball. They messed up Sean Newcomb, who went 5 innings, gave up 8 hits and 4 earned runs. He struck out 8 batters, but it doesn't really matter if you're giving up 8 hits, as the Mariners 13 hits, they score 8 runs. Who did that damage? J.P. Crawford had a 3-run homer. You had J-Rod with a single. J.P. Crawford again? Good God. J.P. Crawford, have yourself a day. So mostly J.P. Crawford. Shout out to you. And our losers, we had the first game of the day. We lost both of our bets in the Cardinals and Braves game. As the Braves win that game, what was the final score? 1-4? Yep, 1-4. The Cardinals only scored 1 run despite having 7 hits. They moved to 10-15 on the season. They're horrible. They are just awful. Newt Barr goes 0-4. Arenado goes 1-4. Jordan Walker 0-4. Scott 0-4. Mason Wynn 1-4. They're just never able to string together hits, and they didn't have any home runs. So you're not going to win many baseball games doing that. Then for some reason, I took the over 9 runs in the Orioles game. I thought with 2 horrible pitchers on the mound, they'd be able to get there. They were not 16 hits, but they only plated 7. Then the 2 games we still have left, 1 game we still have left going on. 2 bets in that game, though. It is the Brewers and the Giants. It is currently 0-0, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. So the under looks pretty good. Brewers' money line is looking questionable. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they both win, so we have a positive day. Okay, let's get on to the picks for tomorrow. First game we're looking at, it is the Rockies and the Royals. Now, I would be careful with which game you're betting. The first game of this series got postponed, so this is a doubleheader. I'm looking at the second. Actually, is this the second game or is this the first game of the doubleheader? It's looking like this is the first game of the doubleheader. Whatever these pitchers are pitching at, that is the game it is. It's Chase Dollander going up against Cole Reagans. I'm just taking the over of 8.5 runs. Normally, in a doubleheader, you see a lot of runs. First game especially, if one team goes down early and they go down by a decent amount, they're not going to want to throw any good relievers in towards the later half of the games. Neither team is, to be honest with you, just in case the second game is tight. So let's say you see a 5-0 going into the 6th inning. You might see some pitchers that normally don't see much time, seeing as though they're trying to protect the front half of their bullpen for what might be a closer game in game numero dos. So Chase Dollander on the season, 1-2 with a 7.36 ERA. Those stats sound bad, but trust me, they're worse. 14 innings pitched, 12 earned runs, 8 homers. Now that is a little bit skewed because they play, 2 of his games have been at home. So obviously the ball is going to fly off the bat a little bit there. But in his start at San Diego, he went 5 2/3, gave up 2 home runs. Not very good. Then you have Cole Reagans, 1-1 on the year with a 3.58 ERA, but I really haven't been too impressed with his hard contact. He struck out an absolute ton. That's where most of his strikeout or most of his outs come from. 28 innings pitched, 42 Ks. So he's basically getting you a strikeout and a half every single inning. 7 walks, 11 earned, only 2 home runs, but he's given up a decent amount of hard contact. The Rockies suck, but so do the Royals. If you wanted to smack the money line, I don't hate it. Currently, price is sitting at plus 200? I think plus 220. Plus 220 is what I'm seeing. So if you want to be bold, I don't mind it, but I'm not that bold. I'll just take the over. I don't like Dollander. The Royals really haven't been playing that well, but I think they smash them here. Give me Royals 9-4 victory. Next game, we're taking the Angels minus 1.5 for plus 140, and we're taking the over of 8.5 runs. On the mound here for the Pirates, it is Cameron Moldinsky, 1-3 on the season with a 7.41 ERA, going up against Tyler Anderson, who has been the bright spot for this Angels pitching rotation, 2-0 on the season with a 2.08 ERA. The Pirates, their main problem in baseball, they can't score at all. Now, they did score 9 in the opening series of this game. They are currently winning the second game 2-0 in the top of the 5th. So I think we see the Angels come back and absolutely smack them in game number 3. Cameron Moldinsky, he is not very good. So far this season, he has 4 starts. He's pitched 17 innings, struck out 14, walked 8. 8 batters walked in 17 innings pitched. That is not what you want to see, and he's given up 14 runs. So he's almost at a run per inning he pitches. That's not going to go very well here against an Angels team who hasn't been playing well late, but they started off the season really well. They have the bats in the lineup to hit the ball a mile. You go Ward, Neto, Mike Trout's hitting a $177, but at the end of the day, he's Mike Trout. Solaire's hitting 263, Ohapi 284, Shanuel 275, even Kyron Paris down there hitting 273. This roster is good. Tyler Anderson on the year, he's been great. 2-0 record. He's pitched 22 innings, 21 strikeouts, only 5 earned runs. Does have a little bit of a walk problem. He's walked 11 batters and 22 innings pitched. So that's why I'm on the over here. I can see just being a scoring fest. I will take the Angels to score 10 and the Pirates to score 3. So both of our bets are very bueno. Okay, now this is where we're going to get a little batshit crazy. I'm going to take the Orioles minus 105 on the money line. I'm not a fan of Mackenzie Gore. I've seen him throughout his career. He's horrible. Yes, he's 2-2 with a 3.41 ERA, but that should not distract you from how bad he has been in previous years. Therefore, give me the Orioles, even with winless Cade Povich on the mound, 0-2 on the season with a 6.38 ERA. Doesn't scream fantastic, but meh is all I have to say. He's played decent competition. They went against Boston, Kansas City, Toronto, and Cincinnati. So this is probably one of the, if not the weakest lineup they'd played. Maybe you could argue Kansas City is worse, but the Nationals don't have that fantastic of a lineup. If you can get through their top 3 batters, the bottom half doesn't scare me at all. The Orioles have the names. They just haven't been able to put it together. Mullins, Henderson, Rutschman, O'Hearn, Mountcastle, and Westy. Those are solid bats. Then you have Jackson Holliday, who is supposed to be one of the most touted prospects in the last 10 years. Ramon Urias is hitting 319. I think the price is right here. I don't trust Mackenzie Gore home or away. No matter what his ERA might say, this dude can and will get shelled eventually. It's Mackenzie Gore. Cade Povich, probably his easiest team he's facing. He needs a get-right start, get his first win of the season. Orioles, I do not think, get swept by the Nationals. They've lost the first 2 games. They've lost 5 out of their last 6. I think they turn it around here. They don't get swept. They win the game. Give me the Orioles. Give me the over. All right, final game here. We're going to run back another entire series bet. We've taken the Brewers the first 2 games, and unlike the Nationals, I'm going to rock them here again for the third. I think they're the better team, so at plus 120 on the money line, I will take it. Also looking at the over of 7.5 runs. I am backing Tobias Myers in his first start of the season. If it does not go well, he might get shelled. Therefore, as a slight insurance, I'm going to take the over of 7.5. Like I said, this is Tobias Myers' first start of the year. He's been injured for a while with an oblique. This is his first debut. We'll see what happens. Going up against Landon Rupp, 2-1 on the season with a 4.09 ERA, 1.36 whip. This dude is a strikeout machine. The only problem is he does give up a decent amount of hard contact. 22 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts with 10 earned runs. He's given up 4 long balls against teams that really aren't that great. They played Cincinnati, Philly, Houston. Really not the most impressive bats besides Philly. Cincinnati couldn't hit for shit. Los Angeles, not the best hitting team. Houston, horrible hitting team. So really the only team he got shelled by was the Phillies, where he gave up 4 in 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs. Again, a slight walk problem as well. If he's missing bad, and he's missing in the center of the plate. But if he's hitting his spots, he's really good with 29 strikeouts. I like this Brewers lineup. Do they swing and miss a decent amount? Yes, but they also have a lot of power. You got Churio, Yelich, Terang. I like Sal Frelick as a get-on-base kind of guy. And, yeah, give me the Brewers. I think they get it done. And give me the over, just in case Myers gets shit on. Okay, that is going to do it for me and this video. Let me do a quick score update with the Brewers and Giants. 0-0 in the middle of the 5th. So the under is looking like a guarantee. Brewers' money line is questionable. So let's see what happens there. I appreciate y'all watching and tuning in, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.